Hi, I'm Dave Annell. Welcome to episode 15 of Setting the Record Straight. Back in 2016, the General Register Office launched a pilot scheme allowing customers for the first time to obtain details of registered events in the form of an uncertified digital image. Family historians have been calling for this for years. The legislation specified that details could only be provided in the form of an official certificate, but the argument in the genealogical community was that most of the records that we wanted related to events that took place over 100 years ago, and that we didn't actually need a certified copy. All we wanted was the information from the register. It took a few years for the pilot scheme to become a permanent service, but since February 2019, it's been possible to order PDF copies of some registered events for a fee of £7. A full certificate costs £11. And although there have been a few issues with delivery times, generally speaking, the PDFs have been produced within a week to 10 days of the order being placed. It's indisputably an improvement, but in this modern world of instant gratification, we wanted more. After all, we can instantly access and download census returns, parish register entries, and thousands of other documents online from anywhere in the world. Why do we have to wait 5 days for a certificate? Well, as many of us were aware, a new service was in the pipeline with beta testing going on for the past few years, which aimed to bring instant gratification to the world of GRO certificates. And on 7th of July 2023, the new digital image service went live. At a cost of just £2.50 per entry, you can now download records of births registered between 1837 and 1922 and deaths registered between 1837 and 1887. And the images are available to download instantly. There are still some issues with the GRO's index. While the quality of indexing is good, the search engine lacks some of the flexibility that we're used to from FreeBMD and the big commercial genealogical websites. For example, you have to put in a surname, you have to put in the gender, the sex here, and you have to put in a year. And you're limited to only 2 years either side of that year. So there isn't quite the flexibility that we'd expect. And I have one small problem with the digital images themselves. The image that you get from the GRO is a scan of the relevant row in the register. The familiar headings that we're used to from the official certificates and from the PDF copies are absent. They do appear, as you can see here, at the top of the page when you view the image, but they're not part of the image that you download. Of course, they're fairly obvious and straightforward, and you could screenshot the whole page if you want to. But as someone who advocates forensic genealogy, where even the slightest clue might help, this is something that troubles me slightly. And then there's the information regarding the registration of the event itself. The name of the registration district, the sub-district, and the county are not part of the download. The registration district forms part of the GRO reference, so it was there when you identified and ordered the document, but it's not part of the download. Does this matter? Well, I would say yes, it does. It's a vital part of the context, and the details recorded in that single row from the register don't necessarily tell you everything you need to know. So while I'm delighted to have this new instant service available, I'm not convinced that it entirely replaces the full certificate or even the PDF option. And I do think that in some respects, it actually encourages sloppy research. Thanks for listening. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll be back with the next episode of Setting the Record Straight soon.